This interview is on May 29th. Welcome to the Polytopian Interviewer, where I interview people on their experiences and views on the Polytopia Discord community. I have Amanduh with me today. How are you?
Hi. Hi, everyone. I'm great. How are you?
Doing good. Part of me was wondering if you were actually female or not, because Call Me Susan isn't a female, and he commented, yeah, that might have not been the best choice, but
Yeah, I'm a girl.
How did you first get into the Polytopia Discord?
I started playing Polytopia in China, where you actually need VPN to log in Google. My friend introduced the game to me and I really like it. It was a really cute game in my eyes. And then I started playing multiplayer games when I had 7 to 8 friends playing Polytopia together. And then they all stopped playing with me after I kept winning, so they hey, stop annoying us. Just go on Discord. And that's how I got in.
Wow, that's pretty different from all the other people that I've interviewed so far. One of the things I found unique about you, at least on Discord, is you know a lot, or at least partially know quite a few languages. Could you give us some insight on what that is like, or the international community?
Yeah, I speak Chinese and a little bit French. Chinese channel is not very active because you can't legally play Polytopia in China. And I'm not even sure if you can use Discord there. So most of the Chinese speakers are either Chinese living abroad or people who learned Chinese somehow. In the Chinese channel, the conversation is usually about who wants to play a game. There's a Chinese saying, 不打不相识. So it can be translated literal as no discord, no concord. It means that it takes a fight to know each other. In a lot of Chinese novels, people meet up and fight and then start to know and like each other. Bit exaggerating this. This is Polytopia Discord. Playing with each other is definitely one of the best ways to start friendship. I guess other language channels might be a bit more active because there are probably more people playing. I'm not sure.
My guess is French.
French, there's more people speaking, I think. I didn't pay much attention to it because I'm not a fluent French speaker. But it's funny that there is some Chinese speaker in Crawfish server. I think you're in Crawfish server, right?
As a guest, of course, yep.
So you probably see some Chinese characters in there.
You achieved over 1600 ELO before the reset. How did you achieve that?
Oh, I never know that it's pronounced as ELO. I
Hello,
usually
ELO.
pronounce it ELO.
Well, us weird Americans in the States tend to say ELO, but it doesn't matter that much.
Okay. I didn't realize I might be good at FFA since last year's summer skirmish. So FFA is a fun format and it's kind of less stressful for me, so I played a lot. It kind of gives you more ELO, whatever, than 1v1. And also I stayed Nova in Poly Champion for over 2 months. I grabbed a lot of elo from Nova Blue. I guess that's how I got over 1,600. Also, elo doesn't mean everything, so.
So would you say you prefer FFA teams more over, say, team games?
Yeah, I like FFA more because it requires no communication, so it moves faster than team games.
Mm-hmm. What's your experience with being a commentator in PolyLive?
Oh, Actually, I'm not a commentator in PolyLife. They gave me the role because we got hyped once with improvised multi-language showcase after one game. And I read a little Chinese poem there. I think it would be very difficult for me to be a commentator because I'm not very active, not very talkative, and I'm not a native speaker. I have to find what to say and which word to use at the same time. I remembered once one player's stream was down and the other one's stream was very blurry, but the two commentators behaved really well and they somehow kept talking. I don't think I can do that.
So they kind of just stuck with you with the role.
Yeah, they just gave me the role. But maybe I can try to commentate in Chinese one day. Maybe. Are you going to be a commentator in PolyLife?
I am, but also not. I have a very different style. I haven't practiced at all with another commentator. And the one time I tried, it was with Montlet, and that wasn't very good because he talks a lot and I had no idea where to interject. So I just let him do it.
Yeah, he talks a lot. He was singing once. It was quite funny. And they have quite a professional handbook about how to be a commentator.
Mm-hmm.
I read it. It was difficult, more difficult than I thought.
Well, it's easy in a sense. Anybody could do it, but then there's a point of, do you want to actually listen to this person commentate?
Yeah.
Like a lot of things.
Yeah.
How did you join the Crawfish and Polychamps?
That was some stories. Were you there when I was drafted?
Well, I have no idea when that was because I'm terrible with the past.
It was 1 year ago.
I was not in the Polytopia community yet.
Ah, okay. So, you probably don't know about my drama?
Please share.
Yeah. So it was not easy for me at all. When I first got into Polychamps, I kind of fell in love with Crawfish on the first sight because of the slogan. Who doesn't like being hard and wet? It's a really funny one. Then my Polytopia friend joined Crawfish as well, and I was like, it would be great to be in the same team with my friend. And then things got really complicated. So for those who doesn't know, in Polychampions, there is drafting system. You join the draft and the teams choose you, or they don't choose you. Sounds easy, but it was very confusing to someone who had no knowledge of drafting system like me. Even if I watched NFL, I never paid attention to drafts. Before your draft, do you know anything about drafting system?
That's an issue they're working on because when you first join PC, almost none of the Novas know what the heck is going on, let alone what the draft is for.
Yeah. Same for me. I thought I was the only one.
Nope.
Okay. And Polytopia is a very casual game, no money involved. So I didn't expect the draft to be a very serious thing at all. And of course, I didn't think of league balance stuff because I never followed any talks in Polychamps. I just wanted to be in the same team as my friend, and I was like, how hard can it be, right?
Well, Craw's one of the best teams.
Yeah, it can be very hard, and it was a little bit dramatic. I got drafted twice. First time by Ronin, one pick ahead of Crawfish. I didn't join the team server because I know Ronin and Crawfish are trying to figure out a trade for me, so I just waited. But then I got punished by not joining Ronin team server as an act of lack of sportsmanship. They should rename this sportsmanship. Sportswomanship. I had to go back to the draft after 1 month. That's when I played more Nova games and got more elo from Nova Blue. The second draft was slightly easier. I got drafted by Jets and they figure out a trade fast and I ended up in Crawfish.
So all the top teams, except for the Cosmonauts, basically had something to do with you.
Cosmonauts wanted to draft me also. The first draft was kind of between Wildfire and Crawfish. Wildfire is really nice. I really wanted to join them too because I know I could probably practice French there. Still, I wanted to be in the same team with my friend. A lot of people been telling me it's fine not to be in the same team with your friend. You can still play together. But we were kind of very passionate and ambitious back then, wanted to win season games together. We've been playing tons of games, like experimental 1v1s, 2v2s, discussing and debating a lot for games. It's not very easy to find a game partner like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I really, really appreciate all the teams which reached out to me and play recruiting games with me, like Wildfire, like Cosmos, like Malat, Plague, etc. I learned really a lot in those games, and now I've been PC for almost a year. I really like my team, and I also enjoy the community. For those who haven't been drafted yet, I'm not a good example at all.
You just have a sheer amount of elo, and then everybody wants you, right?
I guess because I had high elo at the time already, not because I'm really good. I never thought I'm really good. It's just I play a lot, and when you play a lot, you know some patterns in it, and you kind of know how to win most of the new people. That's why our team's been wanting me. And also, I communicate a lot in team games. That's what they see in me, I guess.
Okay. Why is Yadak your favorite tribe?
How do you know?
You're part of Yadak in Maine. And for all I know, you keep posting roads in the Yadak chat.
You've been stalking me. It's a cute tribe. I really like Yadak because no matter it's dryland, lakes, continents, or archipelago, starting with roads is magical. You can expand super fast around you. You don't need a lot of tech. Basically, just organization and farming, it's quite enough for you. And goes directly to trades. It's magical. You don't have to go through riding and all.
But you can get riding later to rush your opponents.
Yeah, for drylands, riding is kind of a must. But on some water maps, you can just keep riding and focus on economy and water fights.
Least favorite tribe?
Hudrick, I think. And Zubazi.
Why?
I don't know. I really had some really lame spawn as Zubazi.
Was that before or after Moonrise?
Even after Moonrise, I think they just don't treat me well. They're like, Amanda is here. Give her some bad spawn.
Lots of farms.
Sometimes I have a village with nothing. Literally nothing. No farm, no forest, no animal, one fruit. That's it. And even no water tiles. Completely plain. With Hudrick, I don't know, starting with archers can be good. But scouting the map with an archer is like scouting without pants. It's really dangerous.
That's why people usually send a warrior before their archer.
I usually send my archer towards the corner. It's safer. And then send my warrior to the center. Still, I don't have good spawn with Hudrik either.
But they have so many forests.
Yeah, but you need to buy hunting. You have to buy organization too.
Forestry.
And then forestry.
And then you
Sometimes
can't
they
chop
have
them
farms.
anymore.
Yeah, but since the chopping moved to after riding, the free spirit.
Free spirit. Mm-hmm.
But I really like butter.
Chopping everything in knights?
Rushing knights as butter.
Yeah, chopping everything in your path. That's totally great strategy, right?
Depends on the map size and type. Rushing knights is really dangerous. I think my playing style is quite conservative. I seldom rush anything because rushing can get you in trouble. But playing steadily, if it's not a spawn loss, you have a bigger chance to win. I found it out recently in a team game where my teammate wanted to ride a rush and get the opponent's capital fast, while I just think about building up echo and building up giants march towards them.
Yeah, that reminds me of a game I did with a few people before the patch. It was 2 Quetzales and 2 Bardurs. Everyone except me decided to chop a lot, and I'm just like, I'll chop a little bit, and I'll just get shields and giants. And eventually we won, because everybody else had knights and no way to get giants, really. It was kind of funny.
Did you win?
Technically they timed out, but yeah, we were winning.
Yeah, I think because you need 5 knights to kill a giant.
Yeah, which is 40 stars.
Yeah, it's quite expensive. And even if you kill the giants, you have 5 knights piled up together.
And then another knight can come.
Injured. Yeah, 1 knight finished them all. If you're rushing knights against Ilarion, could be a good strategy because they don't have giants. With other teams which can have strong units, and it's dangerous.
Knights could be helpful against Tntmasta as well because of the centipede.
Yeah. That's a nightmare. Also depends on map type. The centipede can be hidden very well in some water maps. You can just reach its head, and if you chop the head off, it becomes another centipede.
Or split it down the middle, and now you have 2.
Yeah. Nightmare. I don't have a lot of experience with it yet.
But it's the most OP tribe.
Yeah. And it's still banned. No, it's not banned in PC. It's banned in season games. A lot of people ban it in main also. I guess it's too overpowered.
Because if you don't ban it, people are probably going to pick it.
Yeah. It's a bit complicated to learn it because they have a lot of units different from the human tribes.
Only 2 weren't changed.
So I think I need more time to play with it, figure out what's the best strategy or what's the best strategy against it. Do you like semantic?
Tntmasta is different. Not sure what else to say about it.
I think they're trying to change a little bit to make it less powerful.
Eventually. I sure hope so.
I like Polaris too.
Freeze everything.
Yeah. If the map size is over 324, usually I go for Polaris. You can't counter it in late games.
Yeah,
It's
no, that's part of what makes it, yeah. But not if all your opponents are also Polaris.
Some people rush Ice Bank.
And it counts yours and your opponent's ice tiles. It just counts the total ice tiles on the map. So rushing Ice Bank is one of the best strategies for Polaris mirrors.
Yeah. And it's fun to freeze gammies with gammies. At the end, it's just gammies and then knights.
Giant
Spam.
frozen wall of them.
Yeah.
Then you have to bring in the catapults to kill the gammies.
I'm not sure. Because if you have knights, it's really easy to break the front line and get to the catapults. I'm not a catapult lover, I think.
Well, if you have enough knights going towards the enemy gammies, and the enemy gammies keep freezing all your knights, and you literally cannot reach them anymore because of all your frozen units, then catapults are probably the way to go.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying.
I don't like walls, too. I seldom make walls.
What? Walls are awesome!
I really like these 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, there is TT2 tiny tournament. Did you join it?
Not personally.
I was in Yadak Dryland Tiny. Almost everyone went to second city wall, and I didn't. And my city is right in the middle of everyone.
Uh-oh.
I had to give up that city for a while because everyone's trying to get it. And I know the city, even with walls, doesn't help much because it's right in the middle. So I grabbed other city at the side. I won that game, but yeah, that's just saying how much I don't like making walls, even if it's in a very dangerous place.
Because if your opponents take it, then they get the bonus.
I think about that too.
What's the most memorable game you ever played?
It's hard to say. I have really good memory. I remember almost all my games. I even remember the 2 games we played. The first one, we played an unranked game in the main server. I was Luxidor, and you were... Who are you? Do you remember?
Nope.
I think you were Barter. And
Probably.
it was one of the first time to try Luxidor. I just bought it. That was a nice game. Do you remember you won the game?
Nope.
Okay.
I remember that we played a training game, but we were both stuck on islands.
That's after this game because I asked you for help.
Yeah, and I was like, but you have like really high elo, like over 1500.
But you learn from every game, from everyone. And you were playing really good.
I'm okay. I don't really play much ranked games or team games, really. So I'm nothing compared to, say, Just Luck or Loki.
Loki. Probably this Yadak Dryland tiny tournament I had recently.
Was it just a lot of roads, or?
Because I didn't expect a tiny game would last that long. Lasted 35 turns.
Whoa.
With 4 players. And it could last longer, but the last opponent resigned. It was funny because it had 8 villages in the whole map, which is a lot for tiny.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone got 2 cities at the beginning. It was quite balanced. I lost the middle city. I grabbed another city on my side. One player once had 4 cities. So we're kind of assuming he's winning. But then the 3 of us kind of decided not to attack each other, but attack these people who had 4 cities.
Mm-hmm.
So went back to having 2 cities because I grabbed one, the other player grabbed one. So it was funny that how situation changed from turn to turn. And I didn't expect that. Everyone played really well.
And you won, of course, right?
Yeah.
How many games are you usually in at once?
When I was really addicted, I had 30, I think, maximum. At the beginning of me joining Discord, I said to myself, no more than 3 games at once. Because I was not really good at games at that time. I kind of need to focus and plan what's the next step and all for one game. And if I have more than 3, I forgot what I have planned for the other game before. Then I started to get better and I had more games. Now I had around 10 games. And I feel comfortable with having that much. How many games do you have?
I went from 30, 40 to 4.
Ah, what are those? Are there season games or just casual games?
Just casual games. Last question. What's your favorite part of the Discord Polytopia fandom as a whole?
I really like my team.
Like playing games with them or just talking about Polytopia and stuff?
I like playing games with them. Also, I feel the time I spent on Polytopia and the community is way more than friends in my real life now. So I really see those who play games with me as my real friends. Also, maybe it's because of the lockdown and all. Polytopia and the team really helped me a lot in terms of having something to do and have friends to talk to. I really enjoy that. I don't talk in the big community talk in Polychams, but I talk in the crawfish server quite a lot. I think I might just prefer a smaller community. It makes me feel more comfortable to talk.
I second that. That's all the questions I had.
Okay.
Maybe we need to play another unranked game so you can completely destroy me.
Yeah, we should. Let's start a game after this.
That's all for this interview. Bye.
Hey, thank you. Bye-bye.
As always, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, feel free to share it. For the text version, you can join my Discord in the description. I also have a YouTube channel where I play 1v1s and occasionally do tutorials. We'll be back next week. Bye!